For 15 years, our first guest has worn blue scrubs and a name tag that says gray on them. This season, she and her fellow doctors take on romantic entanglements and COVID-19 on Grey's Anatomy, Thursdays at 9 o'clock here on ABC. Please welcome Ellen Pompeo. Hello, Ellen. Well, I'm glad to see you conscious because, and before we get into this, I would like to warn anyone who has not seen the episode of Grey's Anatomy tonight and who might be particularly fond of the show to maybe plug your ears and close your eyes for like the next, I don't know, 9 minutes. Because, Ellen, something weird happened at the end of the episode tonight.
It did.
It really did.
It's so good.
Yes, it is great. And I'm going to show what happened tonight. But I want to set it up first because we can't do the whole episode. But on the show, your character was working very hard because of COVID-19, exhaustion, we presume, collapses in the parking lot. You're laying there. Some people start to see you. They try something. It doesn't work to get you to come back to life. We don't know. And then we go to this mysterious scene. Roll the tape. Yes, McDreamy returns, and maybe a McDream, maybe Meredith died, maybe that was the gateway to heaven, and next week you'll suddenly wake up with someone's hands compressing your chest. We don't know. Will you tell us? Just go ahead and tell us. You can't tell us. All right. Do you know?
Yes.
Okay. Were you at work today?
No.
No. Were you at work yesterday?
Yes.
Oh, okay, good. Then you're alive. Or maybe you're a ghost haunting the hospital, or maybe you're in a coma or something like that. Wouldn't that be, would you like that if you got to be just in a coma and sleep for like half a season?
Huh?
Maybe I hit on it there. I don't know. Wow, that's something, though, huh? I mean, first of all, by the way, whenever I go unconscious, I also have hallucinations about Patrick Dempsey. It's a very weird thing. So that one hit me pretty hard.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I think...
So good. It was so fun. It was so fun because we know that that people are going to freak out. And we all know 2020 has been a really long, ugly road. And we were so happy just to be able to film these scenes and know how much joy it was going to bring people we definitely had a ball.
Yeah, I didn't think we'd ever see Patrick on the show again. And I want to ask you this. Let's say, this is hypothetical, of course. Let's say that since he left the show, Patrick had put on like 80 pounds. He was really fat. Do you think you would still have done this? Like, would it be like, hey, here I am on the beach. I've been eating.
Nope. Probably not.
You would not have. Okay, yeah, well, I think that's honest. Wow.
It wouldn't have the same impact with the fans. The girls want to see McDreamy being McDreamy.
Right, we do. I mean, they do. Very interesting. Boy, you really, that one came out of nowhere, didn't it? I'm so curious. I'd love to know all the backstory on that whole thing. I'd love to know how the call was made. I want to know if, it's going to pick up from here. Maybe it's kind of like Lost, really, in a way. You've dabbled with Lost territory here.
Mm-hmm. 17 seasons, we've dabbled in everything there is to dabble.
Not since McSteamy fractured his penis have we seen anything this shocking on the show. Remember that one where you carried a penis around in a cooler for the whole episode?
Yes. Yeah. And there was a big fight. I may be butchering this story, but there was like a big fight because with standards and practices, which I'm sure you deal with on occasion.
Yes.
There's, you can say penis, but you couldn't say vagina at the time.
What?
And that's why, I'm getting it right. Okay. My memory's better than I think sometimes. So that's where the term vajayjay came from. Shonda made up vajayjay because standards and practices would not let my character say vagina, or I don't know if it was my character, but wouldn't let us say vagina. And Shauna's argument was like, we said penis in that episode 97 times. You can say penis 97 times, but you can't say vagina. And they were like, yep, that's it. You can't say vagina. So she came up with vajayjay, and that's how that word was, that's how that problem
I feel like I'm hearing a superhero origin story right now. This is incredible.
Yeah.
So we have ABC standards and practices to blame for the word vajayjay.
Exactly.
Wow. That's crazy. Well, I'm glad we moved past that time, that restrictive time. Now the president says it on a bus, you know?
Right.
Is it now that you're doing the show? And boy, by the way, what a convenient thing to be doing a medical show during this time when everybody needs to be wearing masks to work. It works out great for you guys, not so great for everybody else. But do you ever have trouble, like, distinguishing who are the actors, and like, do you ever accidentally start acting with a lighting guy who's wearing his mask on the show?
No, but I'll tell you, I've been wearing a mask working for 17 seasons, and I'm still here, and look how good I look. I'm fine.
You do look good. You are fine. And you've not been sick?
No?
How's the family doing? How are Chris and the kids holding up during this quarantine?
Well, you know, they're doing very well, and you've had a part of our quarantine, whether you realize it or not. There's been a couple of instances where the ghost of Jimmy Kimmel has sort of been around.
Oh, really? In
Yes.
what way?
Well, remember that paintball gun you bought, Chris?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
you had coyotes coming into your yard, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, but he doesn't wait for the coyotes.
Uh-huh.
He just passes the time with this paintball gun.
In your yard?
Everywhere, Jimmy, everywhere.
Well, good. I like that. That's a good warning to the coyotes not to come into the yard.
There's just pink splatters all over the place. What's that? What's on the ceiling? What's on the floor? It's just everywhere. And then he gets very macho about it, and he walks around the house with a gun, and it's quite ridiculous. Your friend Jimmy gave me this. Your friend Jimmy gave me this. What's going to invite us over for pizza? I'm going to get pizza. Never mind.
Well, I'm glad he's using it. Most people don't use the gifts that I give them. So I'm tickled pink spots to hear that, to be honest with you.
I made pastatina a bunch of times, too.
You did? Oh, this is a recipe. It's really an Italian, I'm sure you probably had this growing up. Italian families, they feed the babies pastina. It's this pasta, these tiny little stars. It's almost like an Italian baby food, but it's pasta. And usually you just put butter in it and you give it to the kids. So I started making this for my kids, but my daughter calls it pastatina. So then I came up with, oh, you're making pastatina. I love that.
Yeah, I saw it on your Instagram.
Oh, well, look at that, Guillermo. You see that? I'm like Rachel Ray over here.
Wow, that's good. That's good. Yes, good job.
And you say I have no other talents.
No, you do. You have a lot of talent.
Thank you, Guillermo.
Yeah.
The kids like it? Do they like the pastatina?
They do. They love it. Quarantine was a bit tough with the pastatina and Chris making the pizza, and then I was making cakes, and whew. Almost ended up like, Patrick Dempsey could have with that extra 60 pounds.
I know. It's a good... If he wouldn't have been allowed on the show. All right, well, we're going to take a break. When we come back, I have something. I've happened upon something that I think you're going to be concerned about, and I would like to remedy it when we come back. Ellen Pompeo is with us from Grey's Anatomy. We'll be right back. Ellen Pompeo is with us. She either died or passed out or had a dream or something earlier tonight on Grey's Anatomy. She won't tell us, but something definitely happened. So, Ellen, do you ever Google yourself?
No.
You never do? Okay. Well, I Google you a lot. And by the way, happy birthday a couple of days ago to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So I have your Wikipedia page here. And have you ever looked through your Wikipedia page?
No, but I've seen that photo.
Yeah, that one. All right. But I'm going to go down to another one because that's a good photo. And then we have this photo.
What did it say?
Which is also, it's a good photo, but why? There's only 2 photos of you on this thing, and they chose one where you're either super high or Your eyes are just kind of closed. And you're
First of all, that's not a good photo.
Oh, yeah, well.
And am I with a cardboard cutout of Katie?
Yeah, it looks like you're with a cardboard cutout of Katherine Heigl. Either that or something weird happened to her. We don't know.
That is so weird and random. What's that? What was it? That must be from a premiere of that movie or something? How weird.
I happen to know it's from the premiere of 27 Dresses in 2008.
Right. Well, because that's that was the promo for that.
So we have to change this, right, to something else.
Oh, can we? Please do. Who's in charge of Wikipedia?
It's complicated. The world is in charge of Wikipedia. There's no particular person in charge. It's like a community of people who can make edits, but we contacted Wikipedia to figure out how to do this. And what we're going to do is we're going to change that photo to this photo of us together, and that is not a cardboard cutout, although it could easily be. And then we will see, I guess, if it takes or whatever.
Thank you, Jimmy. I really appreciate that.
Right. No problem at all. It was totally free. Thank you, Ellen. Ellen Pompeo, watch to see what the hell happens next week. Grey's Anatomy, Thursday nights, 9 o'clock on ABC. We'll be right back. Hi, I'm Jimmy Kimmel. Click below to subscribe to our YouTube channel, or if you want to be that way about it, don't.